Hello! Since I hit 70 subscribers here, I decided that I will start with a new project. Some of you have been asking me about creating a Let's Play series. And since Caves and Cliffs update has some really breathtaking views and new solutions, I believe that the day for the Let's Play has finally come. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy! First things first, so we create our world on Seed Simply Jake. Right after spawning, I have noticed that I'm on top of a spruce tree, so I decided to chop down the first wood in this series. I decided to gather some more though. Okay, so how are we going to do this series? First of all, we will run no mods, well, apart from Optifine and replay mode. This will just make it a lot easier for me to create content, but won't give me any shortcuts whatsoever. Then we will play on hard mode difficulty locked, with every game rule set as default. So we basically have a vanilla challenge. I've decided to grab some berries and then craft our first tools when I saw this. Wait. Are those cows I hear? Yes, they are! Hello, pretty! Okay, nice. No lever, really? Okay, that... Oh, nice. Chickens. Foodie items. When I was gathering some foodie foods, I stumbled upon handsome forest. To be honest, I really like this wood, so I'm very happy that this is near our spawn. Okay, let us just go back to the spot where our crafting bench was. Ooh, hello, good piggy. Piggy. Come here. Nice. After that, things got kind of personal with one pig. We have this pig too. Ah, you smart man. But I am smarter. Ha! Okay, never mind. Let's go back. Then I decided to gather some cobblestone for future, and I ventured out to catch some bird eye view of the area. When I was exploring though, I found this just sitting next to my spawn, and I was so happy at first, but you will see. What is that, guys? What is that? Is that a ruined portal? Nice. Ouch. Am I joke to you, game? Am I joke to you? Minecraft. Am I joke? Am I joke to you? And golden hole with a curse of vanishing. Just like in the real life. What? Okay. We want to climb to the mountain and we can grab this. Let's go. Let's go up to this mountain. That's pretty good mountain, I must say. Nice. Whoa, and we have a village here. Okay. Okay, guys, that looks pretty nice. I decided to go to this village because the night was just around the corner and there were two things I needed. Alive villagers and cozy bed. Let's place this ugly block. Okay. I've nailed it. I've nailed it, YouTube. Hit subscribe button for that clutch. Ouch. Okay, now you must subscribe. Almost died here. And we have a little cave here. Nice. That's actually pretty nice and cozy village. Yes, we have bed. Okay, nice. So that was our first night. In the second day, I decided to steal borrow the items from the villagers. And I finally stumbled upon some goodies that weren't from gold and with mending. I still hate you for that game. We also have oak saplings that will kinda be useful for apples. Just then, I've learned the forbidden power of right click. Wait, you can right click those? Oh my god! I have never thought that you can right click these guys. I guess we are learning stuff, right? In the meantime, I checked out the trades that villagers had, and I guess that I'm better just collecting stuff. What do you have, by the way? You have... Then I found this. Simply Jake Seed is officially rocking now, guys. We have basic gear, and we almost have full set, guys. I can do. And here I was. Oh, wait. Can we buy something with that? And you have iron boots. Okay, nice. Our first... Ouch. I decided that for now I will also borrow one house in the village. Of course, to keep the villagers safe from players that want to imprison them for life in iron golem farms or breeders. Awful people. Okay, I'm very respectful person, but this carpet is a big no-no. Squared no-no. Like, you are furnace fuel now, no-no. I smelted some food and cleaned my inventory to go for a little mining sesh. Just the usual, coal, cobblestone, some iron, copper, you know, that kind of stuff. But wait, it's 1.18, Caves and Cliffs update, so mining experience should be on steroids, right? Well, you'll kinda see why I have doubts. I've dig a mine in the cave we saw at the first night bed search. What is that? Oh no, is that okay? We have underwater cave here. We don't have any equipment to conquer this type of cave yet. I decided to get what I was offered by Minecraft gods, and I mined coal in it. Unfortunately, this was the only ore there. Then I realized I screwed up. At least that's what I was thinking at the moment. And it's nightfall, oh my god. One of the reasons I went to the village in the first place was to block villagers in their houses to keep them safe from zombies. I got out ASAP and got to work. Unfortunately, mobs began to spawn in, but I've managed to block villagers while they were sleeping. And our first zombie is here. Go away. Okay, our first enemies went down along with half of my HP. How many of you are here? Oh, I've managed. Oh, nice. Okay. I also had a little visitor, so I made a comfy room. Then crafted axes and went back to mining. So exciting, yay! You won't believe it, but I came across another copper vein, like 8th probably. But I was not gonna give you up my mine. And you know what? My pleas have reached the deepest caves and ravines. They were heard by ancient gods and mobs, by the way. Because after digging for half an hour, I finally found it. A cave. Just a water one. Again. And we have cave. Okay, that was not what I was thinking of. I believe that it's not that bad. We have whooping 2 raw iron. Okay, that is... We are rocking, guys. Nice. How much time was I here? Oh my god. I've decided that this is enough. First, golden tools with mending on them. Then, I almost died by falling. After that, I had that shitty looking carpet in my house. This was the border right here, guys. From now on, I'll be successful at creating good Let's Play content for YouTube and I will find this goddamn cave. And not long after that, I was lucky. Oh boy, I was very lucky. Nice, we have a cave and it's normal cave. Okay. Okay guys, there is hope, there is still hope. And we have lush caves here. Wait, oh my god, is that the... And we have third iron ore. Nice. Oh my god, they are so pretty, guys. It's just like really nice looking. We have clay. I don't have any good equipment to conquer these types of caves just yet. Whoa! I don't... Oh, okay, okay. Oh, I thought that he was farer, more, that he was... Let me just look. Let me just sneak a look here. Nice. Oh my god. And we have geode here. Oh my god. Guys, that is really, really nice looking. You are very handsome, man. Wow, whoa, guys. And we have... Is that mineshaft? We have mineshaft here. Okay. Very nice, but it's time for us to go. After all this hard work to get just a tiny bit of iron, I decided to use it to make iron tools and get ourselves some basic starter farm area. Let's just smelt this bit of iron that we got. one more pickaxe, at least one more pickaxe, and we can just craft ourselves this. Okay, nice. We can kill you. Okay, guys, I believe that this spot is pretty good spot for a farm, but we need to terraform this place a little bit because this right here is just, it makes me angry somehow. Without further ado, I get to work. Okay, now that we've got some time, I wanted to share something with you all. First of all, I wanted to thank you for 70 subscribers. It may seem that's not too much, but to me it's a very big number, and it just warms my heart that 70 people wants to watch my content, and it's more than I could ever imagine. Going back to the topic of this little Let's Play series, I want to create something amazing that won't be easily forgotten, even if it only stays within memories of those 71 people, including me. I'm having a lot of fun creating these videos for YouTube, and I'll be doing it as long as you guys are having fun too. So if you see any way that I could improve my style, please share a comment, even if it's negative. It will probably help me a lot. And if you are new here, consider subscribing since we are going for this 85 subscribers goal. Once more, thanks you all and enjoy the rest of this time lapse. Great, we have this nice looking farm now and we should be good with food, at least for some time. I believe that now we will have to head deeper into those caves down below and explore this long forgotten mineshaft we discovered. If you know any secret tips that will help me explore these deep caves, be sure to let me know down in the comments below, because this is an adventure for the next episode. It was simply Jake, see you guys, bye.